Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news. Now today we have, hey yo man, yo, we got Lazy Bone speaking on Krayzie Bone. You see what I'm saying? And what's going down with that, man? Yeah, actually we got a very important thing for you to listen to, man. So buckle up, 'cause it's gonna be crazy. Listen, we got Sexy Red, what went down with her, man. Yeah, I gotta go find the other piece of information about that. We got Shannon Sharp, Brittany Renner, Lil Baby telling folks don't touch him, man. Again, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source Show. If this is your first time to the channel, man, be sure to hit that like button if you feel any part of the content. We definitely appreciate that. That notification bell's waiting for your task to go and give it a tap, and that subscribe button's waiting for your subscription, man. So go on and touch that till you check this out, man. Yo, look. We gonna sit. Look, I'm about to choose violence. You ready? Look, let me trigger a bunch of y'all simultaneously. Listen, take a listen to how light-skinned lions roar. First off, we set it off with light-skinned lions roaring. Take a listen real quick. Ooh, oh, oh, ooh, That's right. Look. What? Yo, Source. Look, I know they asking like, yo, why, Celeb? Why are you doing this to us? Source, why are we doing this?
I don't want peace. I want problems, always.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. All right, look, now let's get serious for a second, man. Listen. On a serious tip, we posted it before, and we posting it yet again. All right. Now, Say Cheese has posted this image of more missing children in Ohio. Man, can we get the likes up on this video so that our viewerships can go out? We can get this video out because it's a very important video for today, man, for a variety of reasons. You see what I'm saying? Snapshot this portion of the video. I don't really care. We need to make it national news. You know what I'm saying? We can't only let the Carly Russell story go national, but not stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? I find that to be very fascinating that story went national, but not this. Look, since it ain't hitting the news cycles and being covered nationally, I'm beginning to suspect more and more that this is a super organized campaign, probably consisting of individuals who could make these children's and these stories disappear. You see what I'm saying? Are they organ harvesting? Sex trafficking? Ain't nobody know, don't nobody know nothing? You see what I'm saying? We need to get this out, and we need folks to be speaking on it, man. Loud. You know what I mean? We got to repost it, get it out at work, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, get this situation out, man. I mean, get this story out, man, because this is crazy. Children are disappearing from northern Ohio in record numbers, it says, with more than 1,000 minors reported missing so far this year. Children are disappearing from northern Ohio in record numbers, with more than 45 children have gone missing in Cleveland area this month alone. And in August, okay, there were more than 35 missing minors, according to Ohio Attorney General's Missing Children website. Yo, man, someone needs to get this information out. We are trying our best to do it on our platform, man. We reported this back in June, I believe. We reported it in July, like 2 weeks later. We reported it a couple of days ago, and we are reporting it again. Can someone please get this information out? You see what I'm saying? Because this is horrifying. All right. Look. We got a story on, look, let me tell you something, man. You could take the man out the hood, but that doesn't necessarily mean you could take the hood out the man. You see what I'm saying? Lil Baby has made quite the transition from his life out in the streets to, you know what I'm saying, this new world that he's in. You know what I mean? And every now and then we see that old Lil Baby probably, start to creep out. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at this clip real quick with Lil Baby letting folks know, man, please don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Take a listen real quick.
Whoever he say, hey, I'm leaving. Whoever he say right here, look, him right here, him. Whatever he say.
Yo, baby, can you get straight out to the kingdom of Kush, man?
Ever touch me in your life? Don't ever touch me in your life. All right, what you want me to say?
Shout out to the kingdom of Kush.
Shout out to the kingdom of Kush. Business.
I know what you're thinking. You're like, wait. Why do they look like the dude? Look, that's crazy. A lot of folks are saying he told the dude. It's crazy. I can't even figure it out. He told the dude, "Don't ever in your life touch me." And then he gave the man's platform a shout out, and then he leaned in and touched his own boy, right? Which a lot of folks are saying, did that guy kiss him in the end? I don't know if he kissed him or not. I didn't see the whole video, or maybe he just was going to tell him something in his ear, because sometimes you got to tell people things in their ear. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying not to believe that. And look, if that's his brother, like a cousin or something like that, I can see that. You know what I'm saying? I remember the Wayans brothers used to always greet each other like that. It ain't always what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You want to make everything this other thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like, folks are just, you know what I mean, they mad close. You like, boy, you jumping through hoops trying to defend this man. I'm just saying, I don't like to jump to conclusions. Okay? You want to, look, you say I'm jumping through hoops. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Listen. Sexy Red. Listen. There's a clip that went around, right? With this man, I don't understand. Like, it is strange, okay? A man decided to post a picture of him with Sexy Red. You know what I mean? And when he posted a video of himself, he showed her sleep in his bed while he's smoking a spliff. You like fish and blunts? Settle down, damn it! No one asked you what it smelled like. Anyway, bruh posted a whole vid with her sleep, and the comments went ballistic. Like, what are some of the things that said? Somebody said in the comments, 12 viewers is crazy. I said, why? Why you getting on the man's viewers for? Sometimes we get low numbers too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the viewership now, right now. You see how low that number is? Hit the like button. Help your boy out. Listen, somebody else says smoking Reggie after clapping Young Thug's cheeks is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's horrible. I can't believe he said that. After clapping Young Thug. Really? Somebody else, St. Nick, said, yo, let that roach go, my guy. Both of them. The next person said, I ain't never seen a ninja sneak record a girl. That ish usually be the other way around with the skulls. Yeah, man, you ain't supposed to do that. Somebody else said, ninjas are really fishing for clout. These are nasty times. You know what I'm saying? While somebody else said, Drake sending her Cartiers and shit, while she let this ninja crush for the free is crazy. Yo, that's, yeah. Maybe what Drake did was more of a business venture. You know what I'm saying? Although, I think when you become a celebrity, you're not supposed to just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird when celebrities like, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. But like, as a celebrity, you would think that she would be like linked up with another celebrity or somebody that is more in her range and stuff like that. But sometimes, like, you know, sometimes you don't want to, I guess it's keeping it real. I guess it's what it is to keep it real, right? Listen, never mind all that. Talk about putting women to sleep. Offset has discussed exactly what he does to please his lady, Cardi B, man. You know what I'm saying? Just he let the cat out the bag. You know what I mean? Take a listen to what Offset said. This is on Angela Yee's Way Up, so it might not even play. And if it don't play, I'll tell you what he said. Take a listen to what he said.
Okay, I gotta ask you this, since you said we could have a little fun with this. All right. What about sex on lean? Did it get...
See, I don't know about the rest of these guys, but see, I have sex to please my woman. It's like, to be honest, if we're gonna talk about sex, like when I have sex with my wife, she's going to come.
Right.
That's my mission, is for her to come. And I want to teach the game, man, players. Beating her down, they don't make you really like you think like a lot of us thinking being the alpha is like beating it down, You gotta do enjoyable things to your woman and parents. Like me and my woman is like, our bodies are so tired because I know what to do when to do it. You know what I'm saying? I study her body and make sure I want to make sure that you enjoy handling my business. See, I never had no issue with that with wifey, you know.
Okay.
She gonna shiver when
Because I've heard about what do they call it? Lean dick? I don't even know, but I've heard we didn't have no problems in that area.
No, our shit is like
That's
magic.
why she not going nowhere. Did she say that?
Our shit is like magic. She knows it.
Because sometimes people argue because they still could be physical with each other. Are y'all still physical, or does she withhold, like, don't touch me?
What do you mean by that? Can you ask
Are you
again?
still intimate with each other when you guys are in an argument, or is she like, don't touch me?
Oh, no, she ain't never like, don't touch me. When I touch her, she just melts.
Because you know how you could be mad at your man and you be like,
Man, you got to know when and where to creep in. You got to let time go by a little bit. You got to be a player about it. You can't be, then try to go. You got to let some little time, but then you got to.
Now she was asking, look, if that clip played, she was asking a whole lot of questions. She was like, so exactly, tell me exactly how, like, what is that lean D? The lean D. I never heard of lean D. I don't know what that is. Let me look up what lean D is in the hopes that nothing pops up on my whatchamacallit. Lean, let me just type, I hate to even put this in here, but lean D. Let's see what that is. My Google's like, please don't do this. I don't know what it is. I'm mad it's in my search history now. Look. Never mind all that. Listen. She asked him about his lean D. She asked him about all kinds of D stuff. Offset essentially said, yo, the main objective when being with a woman, it should be to make her blast off. Quite frankly. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I probably should have prefaced this by telling you to get rid of your youngins. You know what I mean? Yeah, but essentially he said, hopefully them kids are gone by now. He said, the number one rule is to make sure that, the ladies get hit off first before you try to go for it. Because you ain't going to make it like 44 seconds. Like, you got to pace yourself because you ain't going to go but for 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 45 seconds of dumb stuff like that. So you got to be, you know what I'm saying? He said, so you got to make sure she get hit off first. Look, I think that's part biology. You see what I'm saying? We got this period, right? Where after we, reach the top, we just go straight down and take a second before some of us get back up. You know what I mean? Unless, of course, you got a lot of peanuts in your diet, and sometimes it might not go back down. You know what I mean? That's what I be trying to do. But I'm just saying. Listen, here's the other thing, okay? What Offset said is very biblical. It's very, very biblical. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it. Yeah. What he said is biblical. Look, my favorite scripture, Philippians chapter 2, verse 5 through 8. Okay? It says, let this mind be in you, which is also great. But if you go back, okay, 2 verses, it says, this is the scripture. It goes, don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. You know what I mean? Be humble, thinking of others as being better than yourselves. Don't only look out for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You see what I'm saying? See, I use that scripture. I think that applies to everything. Don't just look out for your own. You know what I mean? But you got to look out for other people too. You got to make sure that they are hooked up. I utilize that in that scripture to say that, you know what I'm saying? You should be taking care of your spouse before you're trying to get yourself taken care of, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Because, once they hit that whatchamacallit, it can happen repeatedly. Biologically, as far as I understand, it can continuously happen. But for you, once it happened, you done. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure you try to hook them up first, because you ain't going, once they get theirs, you probably on your way. That's it. You understand what I'm saying, man? Hook them up first is the point. Okay? And if you're messed up and you're done, that's what you got hands for. And look, there's the whole unit at the entrance. You know what I'm saying? Hitting the roof and everything. Between hitting the roof, my bad, I heard something outside my car door. Between hitting the roof, you know what I'm saying, and the entrance, you got a lot. Like, there's a lot, and of course, if you have a lot of girth, that's very good, because then it hits the whole entrance right at the roof and everything. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all like, roof? What you keep talking about? Roof. Gosh, boy, you better start reading, man. Biology books, bro. Read. Because that's the only way you can read. Let me go to my shout out real quick. I got one shout out. And it's another YouTube channel. They might not know who we are. It's cool. Okay? The channel is called Forgotten Kings. Okay? Forgotten Kings. I believe it's Forgotten Kings 2.0. Forgotten Kings TV 2.0. All right? That's the channel I want to shout out. You're like, why are you shouting out that channel? Because I was watching their channel and I got some very valuable information that they brought to my attention. Okay? It's an old interview that came out. All right? So I'm going to give them a shout out. That's number one. Check out their channel. Give them a like. Let them know you came from Celeb Source and that we gave them a shout out, because we appreciate folks putting out good information like what they put out. Okay? So I'm sharing the information that they put out. I'm just throwing it out there. All right? So let me do this like this. And finally, listen. First of all, let me preface it with this. Krayzie Bone wrote on Instagram. This is what he wrote. This is concerning Krayzie Bone, because we told you the other day that Krayzie Bone is in a hospital. He has, a very, very crazy situation that put him in like critical condition. Okay, so he was in a hospital, and we were saying, let's throw prayers up for Krayzie Bone. And a lot of y'all been throwing prayers up, and that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? We pray in the name of Jesus that the Lord continues to heal Krayzie Bone. Now, Lazy Bone wrote this on Insta. He wrote, in this challenging moment, as the immediate and Bone Thugs family rallies behind my brother, we humbly ask for a moment of privacy. Our family is facing the unexpected hospitalization of Krayzie Bone with strength, and your prayers are a beacon of hope. Soon we'll share an update, but for now, let's come together and keep our love and thoughts focused on his recovery. Your support means the world to us, and we truly appreciate your understanding during this time. Close quote. Krayzie Bone's brother-in-law, he came in and he said this. He said, I'm tapping in on this Krayzie Bone subject because that's my brother. That's my wife's brother. And it was cool what everybody's saying about pray for Krayzie Bone. Okay. He said, but all the ones that's going out on here making these false narratives, man, saying things that ain't true. He in a coma, he on a ventilator, all that's got to stop, man, because that's a bunch of BS. We weren't gonna say nothing, but it seems like you got these sheep out here, and they want to be followers, man. He continued on and said, they want to get clickbait. Now you chasing clout on a man's name. You have no idea what the family is going through, what my wife is going through, because you're putting out stuff in the media that's not true. So please always pray for Cray. We appreciate it. Pray for the family, but none of the people posting about what they say is going on with this man is the truth. Close quote. So. We definitely gonna say throw prayers up for Krayzie Bone, all right? Because he dropped something super heavy on the culture, and that's what you're about to listen to right now. I'm talking life-changing heavy, so heavy we got to play it here on Celeb Source. Thank you, Forgotten Kings, once again, because they posted it. All right, one of the most important clips that you will hear about hip hop music, you about to hear right now. Take a listen.
It changed rap music and destroyed a generation.
Damn.
So it says, hello. After more than 20 years, I finally decided to tell the world what I witnessed in 1991, which I believe was one of the biggest turning points in popular music and ultimately American society. I have struggled for a long time weighing the pros and cons of making my story public, as I was reluctant to implicate the individuals who were present that day. So I've simply decided to leave out the names and all the details that may risk my personal well-being and that of those who were, like me, dragged into something they weren't ready for.
Damn.
Hold on, let me
So we gonna tell the story.
We gonna tell the story. We ain't scared.
You know what I'm saying? What they gonna do?
They after us, not just playing.
Look, that black van.
So look. So he says, between the late 80s and early 90s, I was what you may call a decision maker with one of the more established companies in the music industry. I came to Europe in the early 80s and quickly established myself in the business. The industry was different back then, since technology and media weren't accessible to people like that, like they are today. The industry had more control over the public and had the means to influence them any way it wanted.
Right.
This may explain why in early 1991, I was invited to attend a closed-door meeting with a small group of business insiders to discuss rap music's new direction. Rap music's new direction.
Yeah.
Little did I know we would be asked to participate in one of the most unethical and destructive business practices ever seen.
Crazy.
So this was the meeting. The meeting was held at a private residence on the outskirts of Los Angeles. I remember about 25 to 30 people were being there.
Right.
Most of them familiar faces. Speaking of those I knew, we joked about the theme of the meeting, as many of us did not care for rap and failed to see the purpose of being invited to a private meeting to discuss the future of hip-hop.
Talk to him.
Among the attendees was a small group of unfamiliar faces who stayed to themselves and made no attempt to socialize beyond their circle. Based on their behavior and formal appearances, they didn't seem to be from our industry. Our casual chatter was interrupted when we were asked to sign the confidentiality agreement, preventing us from publicly discussing the information presented during the meeting. Needless to say, this intrigued, in some cases, disturbed many of us. The agreement was only a page long, but very clear on matters and consequences, which stated that violating the terms would result in job termination immediately. We asked several people what this meeting was about and the reason for such secrecy, but could not find anyone who had the answers for us. A few people refused to sign and walked out. Nobody stopped them. I was tempted to follow, but curiosity got the best of me.
That's right.
A man who was part of the unfamiliar group collected all the agreements from us. So now it's going to get to the good part because the meeting about to start.
Talk to him, Jake.
It says, quickly after the meeting began, hold on one second.
Get your popcorn, y'all.
Popcorn, get your pistol. No,
For real though.
Quickly after this meeting began, one of the industry colleagues, who shall remain nameless like everybody else, thanked us for attending. He then gave the floor to a man who only introduced himself by first name and gave no other details about his personal background. I think he was the owner of the residence, but that was never confirmed. He briefly praised all of us for the success we had achieved in our industries and congratulated us for being selected as part of this small group of decision makers. At this point, I began to feel slightly uncomfortable and the strangeness of this gathering. The subject quickly changed as the speaker went on to tell us that the respective companies we represented had invested in a very profitable industry, which could become even more rewarding with our active involvement.
Damn.
He explained that the companies we worked for had invested millions into the building of privately owned prisons, and that our positions of influence in the music industry would actually impact the profitability of these investments. Then he says, I remember many of us in the group immediately looking at each other in awe and confusion. At the same time, I didn't know what a private prison was, but I wasn't the only one. Sure enough, someone asked what these prisons were and what any of this had to do with music. We were told that these prisons were built by privately owned companies who received funding from the government based on the number of inmates. The more inmates, the more the government would pay these prisons. It was also made clear to us that since these prisons are privately owned, as they become publicly traded, we'd be able to buy shares. Most of us were taken back by this. Again, a couple of people asked what this had to do with us. At this point, my industry colleague who had first opened the meeting took the floor again and answered our questions. He told us that since our employees had become silent investors in this prison business, it was now in their interest to make sure that these prisons remain filled. Our job would be to help make this happen by making music which promote criminal behavior, rap being the music of choice. He assured us that this would be a great situation for us because rap music was becoming an increasingly profitable market for our companies, and as employees, we'd also be able to buy stocks in these prisons. Immediately, silence came over the room. You could have heard a pin drop. I remember looking around to make sure I wasn't dreaming and saw half of the people with dropped jaws. My daze was interrupted when someone shouted, "Is this a fucking joke?" At this point, things became chaotic.
Right.
Two of the men who were part of the unfamiliar group grabbed the man who shouted and attempted to remove him from the house. A few of us, myself included, tried to intervene. One of them pulled out a gun, and we all backed off. They separated us from the crowd, and all four of us was escorted outside. My industry colleague, who opened up the meeting earlier, hurried out to meet us and reminded us that we had signed an agreement and would suffer the consequences of speaking out about this publicly, or even those who attended the meeting.
Damn.
I asked him, why was he involved with something so corrupt? And he replied, it's bigger than the music business and nothing we can do. It's bigger than the music business and nothing we want to challenge without risking consequences. We all protested as we walked back into the house. I remember word for word the last thing he said. It's out of my hands now. Just remember you signed an agreement. He then closed the door behind him. The men rushed us to our car and actually waited until we drove off the property.
Damn.
So this meeting, bro.
Now that's a lot for a meeting right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, and this person later on, he said, you know, this person actually ended up leaving the music industry after this happened. With a few years after this, he ended up leaving the music industry.
Okay.
And he said he just, like, you know, over the years he just felt guilty because he said as he sat back and he watched these plans come to a reality
Over 2 decades.
he sat back and was like, wow, they really pulled it off.
Yeah.
They really pulled this off. He was like, they were told not to sign any more political rappers, any more rappers that had messes in their
No
music.
positivity.
It was all to be gangster rap music that they promoted and put out.
So if you wonder where
And this
Brand
was
Nubians
before
went,
us.
if you wonder where Brand Nubians went, where Poor Righteous Teachers went, where Public Enemy went, where KRS-One went, and all sorts of groups like that was talking,
Yeah.
even Queen Latifah and Moni Love and those, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
It's a back door.
Yeah, anything that was harmless, fun rap, you know, anything that had a message in it had to go.
Yeah, that's why
You know what
if
I'm
you
saying?
even notice though, not
And we
even
talk about that all the time.
even be brief with it, you know what I'm saying? Those charms that came out like maybe 1988, 89, the African charms, those they lasted for about 2 years and they disappeared real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely,
Quickly.
definitely. Now, after reading all this, you know, it actually made me feel a few different ways. The first emotion I felt was shocked, because I was definitely taken back by this, just knowing the level of evil that's involved by even thinking of a plan like this. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The second emotion I felt was anger. Anger because it's not enough for them to exploit our culture and make all the money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's keep it real, the industry has never been favorable towards the artist. Never. But they're going to go beyond the artist to get the artist to influence and lure in the consumer, which they knew at the time were mainly minorities.
Yep.
In other words, keep promoting gangster rap so that the youngsters will be influenced by them, which in turn will incite them to want to act like them, and it's a very good chance they'll end up in their prison.
Yeah.
So they're getting paid twice. They're getting paid from the artists they signing, and then they're getting paid from the people that these artists influence that goes to prison trying to be like these artists.
Yeah.
So they making the killing.
A killing.
They're using the music business to promote their private prison business.
My man is right there talking that right. 1988, a man named Tom Beasley, man. That's the co-founder of the corrections for Corporation of America. That's the CCA. You know what I'm saying? Excuse my French. I'm reading this thing right there real quick. It's the CCA. So in 1988, he founded that, and this is in straight concert with the same thing. So it's like the music business. You do what you do on your side. And over here with the correction facilities, we're going to do on this side, because in 1970, there was 500 prisons. You know what I'm saying? Only 500 prisons in the United States. To this day, there's 1,700 prisons right now. That means big business. I'm talking about that done flippled over. You know what I'm saying? If flippled over is a word. Because they're making a lot of money off of these things per inmate. You know what I'm saying? So getting with the same thing of the music, it all went hand in hand, and we just partying at the same time.
So us as the artists is the tool they use.
Yeah.
The music is the bait.
Yep.
And
Yo, that's what went on, and that is what is going on behind the curtain. You see what I'm saying? Ain't that deep, man? Look, that's what Special Ed might have been alluding to. You know what I mean? Like when he was speaking on I think Special Ed may have been speaking on the results of the meeting. And folks got mad at Special Ed, but if you got mad at, like, your anger is directed at the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? We got to take back hip hop, man. They are trying to take our kids who happen to be the prey. Listen, pray for Krayzie Bone, who confirmed to us that our children are prey. You know what I mean? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to share this out, man. Hit the like button. So that, the video could be shared out for a variety of reasons, man. You know what I'm saying? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Be sure to like. Be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, your source for celeb news.